February the 1st of 2007 was on Thursday, and I listened to Fahim al-Quran, the supplication, and parts 23 and 24 out of 30. I watched the 72 Names of God, A Haunting, Something of the Dead, Decoding the Past, Edgar Cayce and Nostradamus, Garlic, Rhododendron, Onion, Oregano, and Lime were scent offerings. Clairvoyance, Commanding, Harmony are some symbolisms therein. I started Sleep Study on Surah 58, and 4:16 p.m. till I guess 4:11. 4:16 p.m. The Enochian key. So that would be 15th Enochian key. Feel free to comment or question. I'm just doing a review here. Listen to Fahim on the 2nd. I listened to Fahim al-Quran, the supplication, plus part 24 and 26. And I watched Eastern Philosophy 3, Judaism and Islam, Decoding the Past, Cults, Dangerous Devotion, Harun Yahya's Allah is Known Through Reason, and Behind the Scenes of the World War. And I read The Wake World, page 11 through 13, to The Princess of Cups. And we discussed that as well. Allspice, Venus of Earth, representing determination, Ginger. Mars of Fire, representing sensual. Rhododendron, Sin Offering. I went to sleep on Surah 44. And the Enochian meditation at 2:55 was Enochian, the 18th Enochian key. And so 7:11 a.m. I also meditated with the other. So on the 3rd of February, I listened to Fahim al-Quran, the supplication, plus parts 27 and 28. I will listen to the supplication every, all 30 times. Well, all 31 times, because, Allahi Surah 12 lecture, I listened to it again there too. There was a Caraway, Peace of Mind scent offering, Dragon's Blood. I started the Sleep Study on Surah 9, 15th Enochian key, 8:08 p.m. What else is there? I listened to Fahim. Okay, what is going on? I put up the Thoth and Enochian tarot decks. On video, maybe I recorded a message there. On the 4th, I listened to Fahim al-Quran and part 29 and 30. I watched Revivals of Jesus, Who Wrote the Bible, Sex in the Bible, and I started Sleep Study on Surah 17, Dragon's Blood scent offering, and remember the Blonde Stranger and the Creek, number 5, the bedtime story, is a refined version of something that I just mentioned. On the 5th, that Monday, I listened to Muhammad al-Yaqtaubi's Ignorance, Disease of Our Time, The Miracles of the Prophet, The Perfect Mirror, picked al-Quran Surah 4. I made a Rhododendron scent offering. I watched Paradise Lost, Decoding the Past, King Tut, Secrets Revealed. And he had 2 names, as you remember. Life in Amen, Life in Aten. So it changed. The second author, the author of fulfillment, I went to sleep vibrating the Enochian key, the 19th Enochian key, and the second author. And of course, I would do that awake with a neighbor later in the month. Started Sleep C on Surah 30. And on the 6th, I listened to the Tibetan book of Living and Dying, picked up Quran Surah 5. 2 through 5 tracks of that. 11 to 15 p.m., the second Enochian author again. Wednesday, 6:20 a.m., Thursday, 3:35 a.m., 5:05 p.m. to 5:14 p.m. And okay, so I watched Is It Real? Atlantis, Harun Yahya's The Collapse of Atheism, Deep Thinking, Philosophy of Zionism in Israel, Ancient Discoveries, not a Harun Yahya thing, Machinery of the Gods, well, so-called gods. Okay, the night working on Friday was 12:30. 12:30. So 12:30 a.m. Saturday, 1:56 a.m. Sunday, 2:28 a.m. I went to Thursday night Jowla. I attended the group that went out. I attended their meeting, what they had to say. Each time there was a rainbow-like experience when I was working with the Enochian author number 2. And so there was a rhododendron scent offering. And on the 7th, Harun Yahya's Love and Affection in Living Things. I listened to Picked Quran Surah 6. The Order of the Heavens. Also Harun Yahya. Never Forget. And the Rafim of the Helazon. I don't know what that was. True Blue and the Fame of the Helazon. I don't know. Naked Archaeologists. Maybe somebody could tell me what the name of that episode was, but that's less important than other things you could point out. I went to Al-Quran lecture Surah 283 through 86. Made a rhododendron scent offering. There was incense there, the light, and of course has to, be careful wherever one lights, and but in a public place, you got to regard the rights of others in terms of the smoke. I started the Sleep CD on Surah 3, and on to the 8th, I read The Seventh Ray, Book 1, The Blue Ray, Church of Hermetic Sciences. I listened to the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying. Some sort of chant. I watched Captive Minds, Hypnosis and Beyond, Exorcism, Driving Out the Devil. So I made a garlic scent offering, an onion representing an aphrodisiac, onion representing clairvoyance, oregano representing animals, and rose scent offerings, and Sleep CD started on Surah 7. And on the 9th, I watched The Lost City of Atlantis. I listened to Pickball Quran Surah 8 and 9, the My Music folders, Aleister Crowley, The Other Loch Ness Monster, Good Ideas of Philosophy, The 20th Century, Masters of Darkness, and something Sohuta Prabhu, Weird Travels, Signs. There was a rose, aphrodisiac, citrus, cleansing, and caraway scent offerings. Carom also. Carrot? Carom carby. Caraway. Representing. And Surah 19 was the Sleep CD, I think. So on the 10th, I watched The Dawn of Atlantis, The Unexplained, Dangerous Obsessions. I I listened to the Vincent Price's Witchcraft and Magic, Picked Al Quran Surah 10. If I'm missing one of those, I'm obviously listening to them in order. I had a discussion with a couple of the brothers from the masjid, and I started Sleep Sea on Surah 26. And on the 11th, Rose Center offering representing beauty, I listened to the Tournament Halika, the chant, and the lecture section of a particular set of audio tracks, folders of things I've saved off of online. Watch Between Heavens and Earth, Witch Hunt, and Ekankar, The Power of Love, and also they're The Secret Path to God. And The Secret History of Freemasons. I started the Sleep CD on 42. So Surah 42. On the 12th, I listened to the LDS Endowment Ceremony, the 1981 version, and the 1970 version, and picked Al Quran, Surah 12 through 14. I read the Church of Hermetic Sciences, the Seventh Ray, Book 2, the Red Ray. I watched Joseph Campbell's The Hero Journey, the Ten Commandments, the last half. Vanilla Scent Offering had a discussion with the next door neighbor, 7:25 p.m. to 7:58 p.m. I worked with the second Enochian author, as shown before, with the neighbor. There was a Rose Scent Offering representing clairvoyance. I started the Sleep CD on Surah 80. On the 15th, I listened to Picked Al Quran, Surah 15 through 17. Rabbi David A. Cooper's TBGT, the Kabbalah. I watched A Haunting, The Unleashed, Garlic Scent Offering, Success is a Symbolism, Onion, Stopping Gossip, Oregano Scent Offering, and Rose Scent Offering, a Compassion, and a Sleep CD on Surah 3. On the 14th, Giants of Philosophy, Friedrich Nietzsche, something on crucifixion, picked Al Quran, Surah 18, 19, and 20. I watched The Naked Archaeologist, The Last Man Standing, and Crucifixion. Oh, Crucifixion was the show that I watched. Okay. And something celibacy. Puos? That doesn't make sense. So also on the 14th, Rose, representing consecration, of Rhododendron Scent Offerings, and the Sleep CD started on Surah 7. And on the 15th, the Sleep CD started on Surah 17. And Picked Al Quran, Surah 21 through 23. Qadi's POV, I don't know what that stands for. Because it doesn't mean point of view, so I don't know what it means. Or maybe it does in the context. I don't know. I can't read all my writing. I read the Church of the Hermetic Sciences book, the Red Ray and the Blue Ray, book 1 and 2. Oh, book 2. The Journey of the something success. Allspice representing determination. Clothes representing divination. Rose, contact other planes. Those were some scent offerings made. I listened to Spirituality Beyond Religion. What Happened to God and Spiritual from... Okay, A Haunting Dark Forest was a show I watched. And on the 16th, I listened to Spirituality Beyond Religion, Baham Quran. I watched The Dervish Project, Picked Al Quran. I listened to Picked Al Quran, Surah 24 to 26, something about the problem of evil. SFA, I watched Lon Milo Duquette's The Kabbalah for the Rest of Us. I said Subha with Father. Rosa, representing divination, was offered. Same with Onion, representing spell breaking. I finished reading Surah 4 with the Sarwar translation and the Sleep CD. Okay, I don't know what I meant there. I watched Rumi, Poet of the Heart, and its interview sections on the 17th. Church of Hermetic Sciences, The Magic of Solomon, and Dark Mirror of Magic. Remember, The Rites of Magic and Beyond the Marine are their other films. There's also podcasts. It's Paul with Father 4 times. Garlic, Strength, Oregano, Peace, Scent Offerings. I started Sleep Thee on Shariat Ki Sugmad, Book 1. I watched Ancient Mysteries, Reincarnation. And on the 18th, okay, I guess that was my show, the show that I watched on the 18th. I went to Dhikr meetings, 5 to 7:30 p.m. at Nurras. I read Surah 65, 67, 72, 85, 55, 67, 72, 85 through 114, 1 to 1 through 20, 255, 284 to 286. Said Subha with Father thrice. I became adapted to saying that portion on a daily basis, so I stopped listening. I stopped listening it all the time. And then I didn't become adapt to saying it, but I'm just because if I pick it up again, I'm probably not going to make a big deal about, I've started it up again. I can actually do it every day again. I listened. So on the 19th, the Pickthall Quran Surah 1 and 2, 180 through and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It said Subha with Father thrice. Subhana, Subhana, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. That's that round. Rose Scent offerings represent good luck and harmony. I watched Church of Hermetic Sciences, The Rites of Magic. I read Church of Hermetic Sciences, The Red Ray. I went to the Sufi Healing Group. And on the 20th, I listened to Pickthall Quran Surah 286 through 286 and 4. And I said Subha with Father thrice. I watched Satanist, The Devil's Mass, different parts of that, certain scenes of the one show I didn't want to see, but, or maybe I didn't watch that at all, because skipping around can be kind of hard, Mysteries of the Bible, Eastern Philosophy, Jainism, maybe? Eastern something. I read The Nectar of Devotion by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, some portion of it. His lectures, I will see the lectures that, the next month, next moon, I will probably go over a lot of that. So on the 21st, I listened to Pickthall Quran Surah 5 and 6. I read 85 through 114 and 2, 1 through 20, 255, 284 through 286, 256 of Surah 2. Oh, I read this to Father. That's what was different about it. I watched Art Mine by Alex Gray. I don't think I've seen that since this year. I should get that out and watch it again. Alex Gray's painting series is kind of interesting. Rose Scent Offering. And on the 22nd, Rose Longevity Scent Offering. I said Subha with Father thrice. Garlic Exorcism, Alim Sativa. Onion, Spell Breaking, Oregano, Peace, Oregano. I watched The God Who Wasn't There, Decoding the Past, Nazi Prophecies. The 23rd, I went to the Martin Luther King Jr. Juma, which I'd usually go elsewhere. Said Subha with Father 3 times. 85 through 104. I finish reading Star Wars something, and I watch the intro, Nuit Hadith Ra Hor Kuit, in the comments for the writing of the Book of the Law. I read TNOD by The Nectar of Devotion by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, chapter C1 through 3. And on the 24th, I listened to Pikdal Quran, Surah 7 through 9. It says Subha with Father, something scent offering. I read The Nectar of Devotion by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, chapter 4 through 8. Oh, chapters 1 through 3. Okay. 3 pages. I mean, that's kind of pathetic. No. Don't feel bad. Start with one or a page a day. A page a day of spiritual reading. That's fine. Or part of a page, or just be consistent with something. I watched The Quest for the Dragon, the last half. I watched Jezebel and King David from The Naked Archaeologist. Meet the Ancestors, The Chosen something. Cloves, Scent Offerings, something. I went to Dhikr meeting at... Oh, okay, this was on the 25th, the Sunday. Allspice, Fertility, Cloves, Ocean, something. I went to Dhikr meeting at Raufa's. I read Surah 85 through 86 to Father. I went to sleep vibrating, or the Nectar Devotions, chapter 9 through 11. And so the Enochian key 7, 8, and 9, 10:30 p.m. I decided to do all 3 at once. Nowadays, I just do, except for the 19th Ather, I will limit myself there. And so on the 26th, I finished reading the Sarwar translation. I said Subha with Father 4 times. I went to the Sufi healing group. I watched Mysteries of the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah. Decoding the Past, Ramses, Visions of Greatness. Ocean Scent Offering. I listened to the TOGD CD1. I'm not sure what that stands for at the moment. I started Sleep Thee on the Liber 15, the Gnostic Mass, Aleister Crowley one. Read Surah 92 through 114, Father. Enochian Key 8, 9, and 10. On the 27th, there was The Haunting, The Dark Side, and Surah 55, 72, and 76. Read to Father. There was a Lime Scent Offering. Mysteries of the Bible, Samson's and Delilah. Delilah was what I said. I said Subha with Father 3 times. The Sema, the names of God list twice. The Nectar Devotion, chapter 12 through 21. And on the 28th, the last of the month, and I'll throw in an extra experience for those who have got that far. We have Ancient Mysteries, Queen Pharaoh, The Naked Archaeologist, the Odette. Okay, let me. Why is it? Okay, I don't. Something's off with the camera. Is it dirty? Meet the Ancestry, the Bishop's Men, to Shud, the oldest leper. Oh, Joshua. Okay, I listened to Golden Dawn CD2 and Pikdal Quran Surah 13 through 18. There was a Garlic Scent Offering, Longevity. onion, stop gossip, oregano, protection, lime, steam offering. Sema, I read T.N.O. The Nectar Devotion by Acharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, chapters 22 through 30. Said Supha with Father 3 times, and Sema. And okay, got to figure out how to get better light in here. That's going to be tomorrow. Yesterday, at the usual location for the sleep for the second Saturday of the month, sunset through dusk, and probably a little bit beyond or a little bit before. So the gathering there, in the second set, which was the evening, the dusk horizons, there's this, different colors of green on the floor. And the building is different shades for the bottom half and the top half of the room. But say I was here, see one of the, one of those square portions, as representing the space that I took up. So over one or another in front, where there was the division, the lines between the two shades of green, there was this being, right? And this being was, this was amidst different periods of me seeing like a circular, sort of kaleidoscope sort of pattern of pinks and purples. And so, here you have me, so I think 2 people over. So in front of the ritual prayer, just in front of the person, there was this thing, kind of, I don't know whether it was a hand or something. It pointed like that, and it was kind of like a blob, but it was like a weird color. Like I can't. It wasn't like quite like the psychic light that I was prostrating into that vortex, but it was of a different type. And the spirit, I guess it was just sitting there right in front of us. I don't know if anybody else or anyone sensed it. But as long as I saw it, there weren't any kids that walked in front of the row that I was in. And it directed its attention the same direction we were facing, but it kind of had like this twisted gesture. I, of course, maintained my attention to the the words and the movements and stuff of the prayer, just being completely absorbed in what was being said, and feeling the goodness of the patterns and such. But